and he followed up by saying, "I just want to win post game versus their elimination to the Kings." What are your impressions on where the Warriors go from here? Obviously, they're in salary cap hell, and they're actually over the second apron. So they're either going to have to shed a lot. They're going to have to shed a lot of salary or trade a bunch of their young guys in hopes that someone will take on some of their salary. Clay is up for renegotiation. I've been trying to trade Clay all season. Wiggins, I believe it's time for them to move on from him. I think Kuminga needs to be the centerpiece and the star. I think you trade away everyone else that is not Steph Curry, Draymond, and Kuminga. And I think you just try to go with a completely brand new slate. I like Trace Jackson Davis. I think he's very good. He can be a solid big man in their rotation for them for years to come. But I do think that what they need is a new shooting guard. I think that they need a new shooting guard that is more of a 3-and-D Dante DiVincenzo type of guy. They thrive best when Clay was more of a 3-and-D type of player that could flame it up. I think that they need to go and try to find a stronger option at center. I also think that the Warriors should permanently move Draymond Green to the bench and bring in a new power forward so that way they can run their offense different to start the game, and then bring Draymond in to create chaos and then run that old school style Warriors basketball. Because I believe that, Pavi said this, and I believe it was like that he thought that the Warriors, the rest of the league had caught up to the Golden State Warriors. And Joel, I think you froze, so you might want to log out and log back in. At their peak. And as you watch guys get older and age out and lose some of their potency, I think you just see just a true testament to how great they were for so long. You know what I mean? So for me, I think where they go from here is just rebuild. And they're in so much salary cap hell. I'm not sure how they're going to rebuild, but I wouldn't be surprised if Steph Curry requested a trade. And if he did, the Warriors should abide by it and do their best to trade him. And whatever team out there better be willing to give up mad picks. I would love to see Steph Curry in the Chicago Bulls uniform.
Oh my God, here you go.
Trade him for real.
Hit the button for yourself.
Trade him for
You do good dope.
Trade him for Zach LaVine.
Oh my God.
Trade him for Zach LaVine and mad picks. Zach LaVine. Give me Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, and mad picks. Like, I need all of your picks. All of them. And all the ones you got from everybody else too. And then I try to rebuild around Zach LaVine and Jonathan Kuminga and Draymond Green. And then we got a wing heavy team. You go get you a point guard that can score, that can distribute.
You crazy,
get you a center that can stretch the floor, or a rim runner. You good. You back in the mix.
That's hilarious. But my thoughts on I think it's time to move.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. That's exactly it. That's correct. As soon as one of the rare situations where a coach got called out by a player in the media, then right after that he's playing them, and then he's on the court. Stuff like that has been happening consistently. I think Moses Moody has the ability to be one of the most consistent, better role players in the league. He doesn't play as much as he should play. Trace Davis Jackson played 11 minutes tonight.
How? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense,
especially when you got Domantas Sabonis out there grabbing rebounds.
They was running three. They had Pods, Chris Paul, and Steph out there at the same time.
Yeah, what the hell is Steve Kerr doing?
Like, what are we doing? Like, I just
think he did get dope.
A lot of good dope. I think it's time to move on coaching wise. I think he stunts the growth of their youth, and I think he mismanages Steph a lot. I think he had a hell of a run. He's no, without a question, one of the greatest coaches in NBA history based off what he has done. But I think that for the last couple of years, he has been sabotaging his team. So I think, first off, start off moving on from the coach.
You know where he going if he leave?
He's not coming to the Lakers. Where he going?
He either going to the Lakers or the Clippers.
I guess, but
no. Imagine
I don't.
The Clippers are gonna get eliminated in the first round. Ty Lue is getting fired instantly after that game. Instantly after the game, because all of this to me is really his fault, and a lot of his mismanagement as well of this team and arrogance on his behalf. He's gonna get fired. And then they're going to be like, oh, we need to keep this team. Kawhi Leonard knee messed up. He's going to need to rehab. We're going to a new stadium. We want to do offense. Steve Kerr, come be the defending champions in the first round. And if you do, you really got to walk to the finals. I think as much as you want to and we want to be upset at Darvin Ham's mistakes, you have to. The Lakers were never going. The Lakers were never going to be the number one seed in the West this year, right? Do you agree?
Not number one. It could have been top 6 though for sure.
That's not. No, that's not. That's no. I just asked you. I just asked you a question.
Not number one. No.
Okay.
No.
So let me finish real quick. So with that being said, if you're Darvin Ham and you bringing in these new pieces that you think will you be able to utilize and use in the playoffs, you have to experiment. And if you don't, then what was the point of you bringing them in just to do the same exact thing you did last year? So even as frustrating as it may be, theoretically, you all are in the same exact places you were last year, because if you beat the Nuggets, you're probably going to the finals. I don't believe that the Lakers are going to beat the Nuggets and then lose to the Mavericks or the Clippers and then lose to the Thunder or the fucking Timberwolves. It's not fucking happening. It's not happening. You feel me?
I feel you.
But go ahead. My bad.
But you're good. But I mean, as far as like their future go, I think you start with the coach. Chris Paul was a.
But I'm back on my grind.